It's a trap. Hey, what's good, comic fans? This is Campfire Comics, and we're here to talk about Vader number 15. This is the last comic in this story arc of Vader Down. I'm Campfire Rich.
I'm Campfire Nate, and Vader Down has been a pretty good story arc. I've enjoyed the fact that they crossed over, with 2015 over now. Now it's 2016, and Star Wars. For those who didn't know, Star Wars was the number one selling comic for 2015. So for them to end on a high note with a really good story arc, I thought that was a good thing. I'm really excited to see what's coming, but we're here to talk about the ending of this. And that's pretty much what it was. I mean, it just ended. It covered all the different bases. Right off the bat, you have Vader still fighting this Grievous wannabe who just won't stop. And I think it's great because Vader's he's almost like he's frustrated. Like, I'm sick of fighting this guy.
Right.
So what's he do? He basically lures him into a position. And I think it's funny because Karbin's like, oh, you're running away. And he's like, no, I'm not the only one that can trick you. And here comes Dr.
Basically, Vader put him in a trap.
He puts him in a trap. It's like, it's a trap. That would be great.
I would have died, dude. I would have died if he would have said that. If Karbin would have been like, no, it's a trap.
Yeah. And she basically takes him out. And it's funny because there's a moment when he's laying there and he says to Vader, he's like, there's more to this boy than just revenge for the Death Star, isn't it? And Vader's like, you'll never know. And bam, kills him.
Yeah. I don't know
and
if
I think that's interesting because
what,
at that moment, I think he realizes there's something else here. But it doesn't matter because it's not like he can tell anybody now.
You did. Why you slobbering and stuff? He's all looking at that image. He's slobbering and stuff. He's all crazy.
Yeah, he's got water coming out of him and stuff. So, I mean, I guess, they're like an aquatic race. So I guess maybe he, instead of having like normal looking blood, he's got like some kind of like water gel or something.
I don't know what it was. Now they had, so that kind of wraps up Vader and Karbin. Now we go back over here to the Wookiees. They've been duking it out, slugging it back and forth, and Chewie goes down. I mean, he gets the best of Chewie. Basically, he goes down. I think he's got, Han picked up by the throat, about to squeeze his head, and then C-3PO comes in and is just like, excuse me, I was wondering if you could just like calm down, put him down. I don't know what C-3PO says. And dude's like, man, let me punch this robot in the chest, and gets electrocuted to, I was going to say to death, but he doesn't. It just knocks him out.
Yeah.
But he's got the static thing going on. His fur's popped out everywhere. He's laid out on his back. And, hey, C-3PO kind of saves the day with no arms and a backwards head.
Yeah. I mean, C-3PO has one of those, he's always there to kind of get on your nerves, but that somehow he ends up saving the day. It's not uncommon for him to be missing body parts. We've seen that pretty common even through the movies.
Yeah.
And to be all kind of disheveled. So he saves the day, and once they're kind of awake or they're alert and knows what's going on, they realize that Luke's been captured and he's going up on the shuttle. They're basically Karbin is sending him to the Emperor, and that moment, I think I love it. Probably the best moment is Vader standing there, and this picture of him just kind of standing on top of like a hill, and he knows what's going on, and he's just like, no, and he just like grabs the ship and just brings it down.
Pulls out the engine out of the back or something.
Yeah, just brings it down. And I think it's funny because Han's watching this take place. He doesn't see Vader. And he sees it go down. He's like, man, this boy's lucky. He just doesn't realize. He's thinking, man, every time, Luke's about to get captured, something crazy happens to save him. I don't understand. And for us, as the readers, it's kind of funny that happened that way.
No, it was cool. And this is, when they get back, Luke goes down. And he's coming on over. Now you've got Aphra. Somehow she finished, I guess when she's flying in her little seat, when she ejected, she just flew that little thing right over to the Millennium Falcon and had time to put down landmines. Anyway, she's trying to threaten him. She's talking all this junk, talking about, if you only knew what I knew, blah, blah, blah. And then here comes Leia. Pack up! Sucker punch to the face, takes her down, and tie her up and fly out, basically. So.
Yeah, I mean, they basically took her, which is going to be interesting because she knows a lot. So I wonder what's going to happen with that. I think that it leads to some interesting things happening. I mean, obviously, it's not like she's going to spill the beans. We know how Luke finds out about Vader. So that being the big secret, it's not like we're going to be like, she's going to be like, oh, by the way.
Yeah, there's not going to be any suspense there, like what exactly is she going to tell him as far as.
Yeah, we're not going to get that episode, that issue where we're like, oh, wow, I didn't know this.
Yeah, and then it kind of ends with Luke looking out, saying that he was really close to something at the temple, and then cut back over to Vader, and, saying, he'll never know. So that's it, man. That's pretty much our review for Vader Down. This is number 6 in the Vader Down series. Like, comment, subscribe, all that kind of stuff. And guys, until next time, we're out. Hey, if you're still sticking around, then thank you for watching. That means you like us and we like you. So do us a little favor here and click that subscribe button over there so you don't miss any of our videos, because we dropping videos pretty much daily, okay? And then click this video up above my head and watch that if you haven't already, because it's awesome too. All right? Yo, man, Campfire Rich is out. Peace.